Biara Kwaba Shonko and Fambra Showdown Jumedia so Ewo Kumasi Online TV, Friends of Ken TV, and I think TV, Major is a sabradia. A idea will be Biara Hoye, dear Coso, Ewa my Ghana, and a sabradia sewa. Matrasia, Mebabe Pensem Pensem, when a mouth two jansho, and the man wonder was Sefort as semi to Jaddy B. Edible, Meshes on your subscribe ya. Now was subscribe Eddie Ama, watch a video where Mount Yebi, or also I share Eddie Ama or before for na comment section as no. I didn't biara wo biano wo so wo de wo de afa honom ede amame enne me bie phone lines no atum sade be ya wo biara opese wo frɛ ba dwumedie ne so no de na gyenhwe ba biano wo betimi ede abanti na ma na eda kasafoni na se 0550623377 me pacha me hye se ube save number ni sisi na ma no esan so eye WhatsApp nti no bia mo wo Ghana no mo frɛ no ma kwa mo betimi aba dwumedie ne so na mo so a mo wo amanone no mo so mo save number no ewo WhatsApp say Kumasi Online TV a wonso betimi afre na wa bajumedie ne so na enne de abushia ye betwetwe nkomo enne ye bedi nkomo ankasa esa se de ma bebre na ekoso NPP abanyo koribu a misi so obi ahro so obeka so obi antumi nka eyade ame na ya se wo ba kukudurofo wo ba na minsuro hwe na sem ne mesi ni pain na makani pain emre ko ne me so hana ATP be ba betena se na newspaper na nsema agesende de no aba wo mu no wa pense mu ama nyina no yasho etumi atibi eno adam me betena video man say the nsem bebe na ebesom especially BRYAN ACHEAMPONG nsem bi okokan ya eja according to me ne me chen say Dr. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG wasema wo beka say said the Dr. BAWUMIA ebra na modede ba no chess wo ye kremoni nti wo betwi vote di aba na so kwa wie chire no na che say enim guase awi ankasa no wo de akekere mo koma na ama mo wura ahode ade nyina no me obepa ho cho say yasema kan ye na samafo ya dina no esibode ma me betena aka say masa ya bema jina wo na so se bema na numeduru anyom bema ntinto hwo ngufo me sanfa ne tetrema emfa me oba kukuduro fumpo no me ntinto hwo mfa ngufo mfa me tetrema emfa how much more wo BRYAN ACHEAMPONG asema wo be kan ye de fa Dr. BAWUMIA ho no body bi enim eye nokura no ankasa ye wo se Dr. BAWUMIA so akọ grante okopie mu ewo obi memu eja yesi NPP amanyokoro wo mu celebrate eye wo mu 33rd anniversary wo New York okopie mu hanum no wo be kan nsam ze na NPP fo party musuno mobile sendi ebre chese meni abedi a mi defend the NPP party no and yes that time no ma hu se bia me ye kremoni anasa that time no na ma hu se be ye mampurusiri and mbom na me pese me ba be ye mampeni no and ma sha ase ajase mo ba be ka kra se me yire semira BAWUMIA Wonye Ghana ni ade sabre ya menemo kase Dr. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG metina fidie manu se tu ne fo ka kire de se bema ye bema ma wo bema na chese se wenim ni mani njina so na nkire Ghana fo nyina se wo ye kukuduro fo no wetie ma asem na masem ebushia wotie ye no enna no boot for boot ankasa wasabe tutu bi ankasa e de amane eye Dr. BAWUMIA chese bushia enye asem ketua kra na manim se yeti krom ha ena NPP party wamude Kennedy ohine Japan ne tenses ba ye mesha se mo de beto so ama me NPP ade cheni ade se bia de bushia ensem ewo party ne mum na Kennedy ne tenses ya wamude ba abontin shase free January 2028 ne boni a wo ye sorry 2008 ne boni a wo ye December 2008 ne boni a wo ye April 2012 ne boni a wo ye June 2014 June 2016, July 2017, January 2019, February 2019, September 2020, and July 2021. Just a bonia. Yade bag they say Kennedy ohine Japan we di ewo NPP party ni munti ajase na wo mo say Kennedy ensem fata so obeba be ye flag bearer e de ama NPP amanyoko rebuhie no na da kasafoni ni a minu mienu yade yeni ehwe na yade Kennedy tenses e ba ye a Kennedy akasa ba bonte be ka se won no Kennedy ohine Japan won jira be bia ankasa biom ni afa ba ko mbeka ho na mbe ye 11 cents of Kennedy or Hine Japan. A ya 10 cents now, one diabano, a ya dear one Kennedy or Hine Japan, wa jia to mu, wa accepte, one beka be bium, and you be a beka be a wobianka. And I mean, no me and should do what dance yes for now, Nedie. Kennedy or Hine Japan, when you know baby anka saye. Won ka bibianti a party no boni ni jesensemu na se bia koso party no nyina no e yade a Kennedy o Hine Japan waka na no atuma onye ready so obekasa nanu ade ya ba de champion ebe tutu bi se kwabrani a waso ye kremoni woni kremofo vote beba na hwekwa wiechi one fa vote number sabe ya me mo kase ya the 10 cents of by the champion so aba abonti ebusia edo so ede da kasafoni nani a jese me beto me bono makenkan the 10 cents of by the champion so dia mamo and the by the champion the number 1 yesi ayawa so electoral violence and wonu na no she chire ena de to so mienu yes wonu just orchestrating edubuahin ni removal no yes no and the share through anas and the toshumiensa yes no so and instigate say Ken must go agenda no said ye be ya say ebe weekend NPP abai no Ken for yata sem na mike yes Dr. BRYAN Acheampong wono na wo share chire say nam ne so na amanfo ye Ken for yata must go Ken for yata must go no no just say wodi muntintima and the toshu for no yes attempted illegal acquisition of Snake hotels and Snake one say me ya about 2023-2024 no and so yes no and na di muntintima pa and plotted the removal of Kandapa from office engineered the Kandapa uncensored video sponsored the removal of certain MPs yes just say MPs NPP amanyokuo nu washo wo mushiri wo musiti ni ya ni nyina na ye Dr. BRYAN Acheampong wonu na wo share chire wonu no di muntintima wonu no di sika ewrewre mu ende sika se ye pitifo ha ne ye de bi ma wei na ye chire so we sam fatane ade esi ane yikwo sikeni wonu na wo share chire nkasa ena de etoshu 8 so eye Howard rice and fertilizers meant for MPs before the election and ye see amone fertilizers anankeja wa mode kwa akoma eye kuafi BRYAN Acheampong just what snatch one kasa and the etosho 9 withheld funds allocated for general election and the general election no yes sika bia da wasa gegu okuko baby ade a wono no waka sika ni nyina abu ado di shade dem and the etosho 10 so yes wo sizi asase a na chese timemufuo de enti se de na anu ada wo mode Kennedy ohini Japan 10 cents baye sabre ya menemo kase Dr. BRYAN Acheampong wono so ni 10 cents no ena makinka ni na no e de amamo na de bia ya na mibisa be ho se nti NPP amanyoku pa mo word amota use say you people are patriotic like you people show you are patriotic sa enkabom na mpepre ye hwehwe sanke betumi aboa na NPP party na tumi win 2028 election sa enkabom no eno ene ye hwehwe na enti ene ye de BRYAN so de bai na BRYAN grofo so say share ye mama fa BRYAN de mbana mu begu BRYAN Acheampong ni masio ebushia Kennedy de ya 10 BRYAN de ya 10 edu BAWUMIA de ya ebushia eshutiko 16 evil deeds of Dr. BAWUMIA no so that kasafoni ne no na BAWUMIA de enya ba ko yemie no poli 16 na just say Kennedy de 10 no BAWUMIA de the sisa be count BRYAN Acheampong de 10 no BAWUMIA de the sisa be count na number 1 hard rice scandal yet kromba ya ena Sam George bebe ki allegations say Dr. BAWUMIA emu bi a chese you obi amu a wakre fi obi memu di be piem wo my Ghana sabre no Dr. BAWUMIA ne office chese wo masensan nkrata chese saa emone ade nyina no akwa di BAWUMIA nchen yet ha ye ka bi shemu an yet say yes Dr. BAWUMIA kro ya saa emu a chese wo wie ye ade a wo cheche saa emu no I quite remember said that time pa video bi show about abonte na ye nuanum kremofoi wo mo kire se emoni anwa jese Dr. Mahmood Bawumia be kyeche no se aduane no na expire and Dr. Mahmood Bawumia de sisi anu free ne camp na wo ye list mistake be ka bibitia na de be koso okurom ha no enya asem keto na de to hwumienum yesi economic mismanagement ane papa wono de wo ba wo ka che Ghana fo nyina se ba na economy dia jese on de wa bi wo mu ankasa won de wonimade na hwe kwa wie chire no when the fundamentals are with the exchange rate would expose itself just the exchange rate no exposing no the atosho me say tribal politics and kwa de matena ha ka say ye pe wo bia wo share tribal politics asepa de ne Dr. Mahmood Bawumia and yes I de ye de mano and the fourth one no yes or ye very vindictive and then the atosho 5 DDEP. The also says indecisiveness on key policies. The also 7 currency depreciation and on the economic failure. And the 8th one no alienation of grassroots supporters. The also 9 a failure to unite the party. 10th one is silence during party scandals. But me they say they be am kaso no bibi bone kwaswa wono ntumi bebie na no don beka wadane ne hu ayi ti ase ewu obi de na nyakra wo bebu nani de egusho agyamu the second and the atosho 11 then so de and ya tro so ye bawulaya. The atoso 12 yesi PDS scandals asem no yegusu aye chen se OSP be de whole reports no ebeba and the 13th one no use of state vehicles for campaigning and yesi say 2024 election ebushia ye koye say Dr. Mahmood Bawumia oman Ghana ye vehicles ni ade and what ye campaign ane Ghana ye japade and Dr. Mahmood Bawumia and ye campaign to the 16 evil deeds of Bawumia no yade ka hu bi saso and betrayal of Akufo-Addo and on there was it bibi body bi akwo na na roda Akufo-Addo abomobi no na wo no Bawumia no onim ho hwe no onyina benku bi ngira nifa de bi ho kra no mfo aso na hwe na akwa ye Akufo-Addo no ntumi nkase sanse na oye mate and the tosu 15 so broken promises on gold for oil program and a 16th one no 240 million immigration budget inflation into sabre ya bedebo ka say Dr. Mahmood Bawumia so ni 16 cents no and I just say shegu ewo kasafodi nani no mesekede de agede de saso na bride champion show wagede de sisi ane de ya de just say edu Dr. Mahmood Bawumia and odo so de nyet ne de ye 60 na me amiti he kurabusu aye jabi se be fa bi nka wo metumi de bi aka na ba bedu 20 esa se Dr. Mahmood Bawumia edipa bebre na wo gidie ewonimu na hwe ye de ba ye chie kai wo magara for dodo na wo monsa esifom na nyame ya adoma akira so e na ya yewura Kennedy ohini Japan wakwa submit ni nomination forms no nyame ya adoma kire Kennedy submit ni nomination forms so trust me say update ni nyina no ya de amede ebesomo Kumasi Online TV First of Ken TV and Tik TV saso nyame ya adoma Thursday Dr. Mahmood Bawumia wono so kwa submit ni nomination form na no so update ni nyina no bede be mamo wo fidiem hanum sem na election ya enche ba be kwhwi akweti ade yi de be kwhwi nyame ya adoma September 2nd yes abre ya me mo kasei Action People's Party parties de buja say ya titi bi de say ye ne na yehu ane Action People's Party wa mo so akwa mu e wa Accra High Court and wa masre court de say won fa injunction ne fa nto so se de be ya sa abato no enkwhwe san say wa mo candidate a wo gina ye frane ankoma yes ni document ni bibia no na ye fenchem na hwebra je so submit ye no yade a isi eyi na frimu nti say isi eyi na frimu na wono so hwe na se boni bia eni no hom ondi boni bia ne document ni bibia ye fenchem dia de na wo say ye de court injunction ye de to so say de be ya akwetia by election a ebeba so nyame ya adoma September 2nd no entumi emba so nti de hono so ne de efiri honom eba nonom na monim se be betena video ma ka kire mo se abrante ya ya fa na chenkwa na wie ya no okasa e wo wuntumi TV helicopter crash ye kwahwe wakotena honum kokeka ngwase asem kokeka nsemu na enam so wo bia wo kumase ye tebrim ni free hanum ade no kopie mu e wo nkramante mu aye man 2 weeks reminder we ko twa no aba na sisi amene mo kasa die wo chiri mu nom se enrada okopie mu court na go hwe ni ma sanka ye bebeli no but unfortunately sabrante no ye ntumi ambeli no nenu na sarebedi akoso de nsem bia ba no wo kire se kamie kwakoye se de ekoso yina no yade ye man penis excellency John Dramani Mahama na hye kire wono na just wo wrawra mu na wo ma ye kyekye amanfo na enti ama wono ne kasa ne se wo Samuel February 2022 yade ye man penis John Dramani Mahama na do dan ko ekufu ado te soro what roll letter tete eno odokoto na do dan ko ekufu ado anim na oka kire ne say na ne ya ye yo wa ye ye adenti da sisi a wo man na ye wo mi yesi ye wo kebi na mi nke bidie na kebi na mi nke bi wo bi obeba abonti bi obeba beka bibi anje se ensem fata bi na do dan ko ekufu ado wa ma police for agrabi ni say shumi until sa letter na 2022 John Dramani Mahama de komana na do ene 2025 onu so be ye mampani a chese wo bi bo wa na ye kye de ni ade wo so one de wo ka ni plane na ye plane fa wo se ye mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ade na wo ye no hweye osi hweye papa esa se enche kra 2028 Ghana fo be sa akoto aba ebia na John Dramani Mahama NDC enwini na NPP aba be wini NPP balance wo mu be wini a wan hwa de ne de ni mu didi wo mo no wo mo so edi the same thing bedu mu na wo ka de nsem yeye ena monim se me ne de ba na analysis na me fa ni agro ena me ye nam se abrante e wadwi mu oha and wadwi mu oha adenti na wu pani na wo ye senior presenter no ebra helicopter crash no kwosho no wo wantumi ambetena TV no so na sabi wan keka nkwase asem a chenkwa na na ekaye na wo ka wa no tum na wo de wo ni state no egrivi ye na wo hye buhua ni nyina ma wo nyina ya akọ hye wo mo de na abrante edi obekeka nkwase asem pointed fingers say ye man pani John Dramani Mahama nim hu bi na sub state no che na so kakra ene de wo se wonti ase ende mutumi nya hwemfa ho and because me tira fidua ma bia ebuhua mitufo de bia metena fidua ma bia efutu emu odi ankasa ena me de ma youth ne se wo ya abrantie wo ya baba wa wesi so a wo kasa no ahwe wano kasa yie embedi politicians yechi emmeye na me di Kennedy echi na me di BAWUMIA echi na embe keka ngwase asema de end of the day ne ye grabe wa eye wo no na wo kodem wo abrantie ya achenkwa ya wo demim wo yire ne wo ba ete agesho a wo muti ni hwio ena wo dem Udim say udi NPP echi NPP bechi NPP be support NPP we de amu de yemu a ni dede ye ne kasa ye oka ye yina no na wo ku e de ama party no enu ti mesre ye papa se emu bia de abopese mo de boare bia mo nkoboa no na abrante ni sisi ane de onye hero se de kane no wo beka ya me hero ena mo so abrante ni be pie mu kwota na mo bone samra ne na you a hero munya nsemu no munja nsemu no na baby edru sisi ano yade eje se mu ayede last Thursday okopie mu court asa 10 o'clock yes court apon o ma ya yeti yes court apon ma abrantie sa akodem abrantie su be pie mu court mu na mu wo mu freedom mu kwana mu bado na mu gina honom instead of you people encouraging him no instead of you people praying for him na mu gina honom and you are hero hero sure by the hero sem no ewe himfa we dey Dr. Mahmoud ba mi ade say dey maybe say and na we ade wo hunti we dey mesre yie papa say twa we ni na kwosha abrantie no we gya na nyere ene ne ma e wa Ashanti region na ne ya josho na nka ye be fa ne so dey asemi dey minim sankeja oka wa sentiment mu hanti nke hambom na gya ha dey say court ebusho ye kire he ya wo fa wuntumi ase honom kura court wo ho ukopie mu eduma court wo court dey nka Ashanti region enye na ne ba ne say na ebusho no so from Ashanti region straight to Greater Accra no to wo kasa no ahwe wa no kasa ye yan kasa ebushia yenkwa yesenti Brian Champo ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ntem se no ada Bawumia be ka sisi ane de wo ba na se wo kasa hwe na ka de wo betumi aye embe ye dede mbeti tu yobia ene political party we e bia me ba party ni mu ma yese yaboa metue sika sei inti delegate mo fa kokromote ne to abanfama ba emo bia ma no bia mbedi atami be attack obia na asama wo be kan ye amafo twe na basa ne sre tutu bi manene na yasade ne tenses kura ben meka je manu ase Brian Champo e de letter babo ntebe pa achew na minim se anka bia Brian is trying to be a hypocrite but metena hana me share se masama be ma na esen wanim ni anya adwuma no sabe ya me ne mo kase Brian Champo na ekokudo shuo na ede n'anim no epeja ne kwakudo shuo no amane maachi amaga na fo nyina ye hunu se abrante efia sa na ye tete de ye fefe ne ma ne mema sem no etumi abaso wa ba be kasa na nasmo be kan ye no se hey mo amuye de wo social media na yipupu go sit down Muna mo kire se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tribal politics na wobi pese wodi gu nanim as mo nyina mo nkope bebi ntina na wono Brian Champo 2024 election wobi enu hono ma wo support Bawumia cheyo no wo si Eastern region impo sika bi enu hono ma je se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia not even one person and wo be yi beto opuno so se omo ngina Eastern region wo mo fanya campaign eye wono Brian Champo na 2024 election dia course Eastern region campaign ni ade nyina siketue bi ekoshu bia wono Brian Champo nchese Eastern region sikeni wono no yide tu honom de buaye obi enu honom a wodo Bawumia chinyonom but ebra ye koto aba no woso wono ankasa nanim se feel gadochi mini ewunie ena Bawumia ka kire ne se oh support me wate na so support me ya share Enkrewefuano said the mema wo ma tu abade dia ma me no nti wo so tie ne kasa ye mu no eno si ye said the Bawumia wo kase na chese me support wa bibia betumi aye kama ene se ni sika na eda ho yina no wo kotam ye de be support Bawumia na hwe kwa wie chie ni chese enkrewefuo ni mpanto aba mfa ma no Nkramofo no wo manto aba na mfa ma Bawumia na wo ka no kra ne magana fo nyina yate a chese osi data no wo honom facts no wo honom inti den na mo pese mo ma na ye be yese de wo no Brian Champo ase de waka asema wo bi enke bi da na waka asema chese esu sinkure en wo se Ghana fo mo ankasa mo mo mutumi ndi adanse yese Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be ka kire yese nkramofo beto aba ma no mo de mo nka mo fa comment section asemfa maye mo ntro wo comment section asemfa ma say Dr. Bawumia wa meka nkire Ghana fo se ni nua nkremofo wa meto aba ne de amana na wanti bi enu akra mo amante na nua mbebo video e ma munyina moteye ba wo se ni nyina emu na ma wo mo ne be support ye vote na ma na vote na ma na so be gina honom na wo ka mo se munti bi da enu obi so se onu na wo ye akan no ena ka mo de ne ko election enu o ka kire Ghana fo nyina se san so wo ye akan ntino akan fo be ba beto aba ama no ena akan fo ambeto aba na fa ma na anka sabre mu mo na senduem kasabre kama crucify no kasabre mu dia won makura chichire ne ko mama na community suicide into the sad dede na wo bi person wo say Bawumia o see you people all of you mo ko dam ko pe baby ntida ne ni abede 2025 2026 31st of January 2026 abade yakoto wo see ye buga no bagawa yo waso wo mo bia mbeye na wo besey obi na besey obi wo sesa de ne de emfa enam nsem Bawumia ka kire wo no enema wo no so begina so ede beka asasem no ebushia video no wo hono ma mesha so beka me honi akọ na yakwa akotie abasisia.
We went into an election where I supported the whole idea that if we bring Dr. Bawumia, we will get the votes from the north. That if we bring Dr. Bawumia, we will get the vote from the Zongos. He told me I believed him. He told the whole party we believed him. Indeed, in the general election, he told the whole country, except that they didn't believe that. And so when we come back to the drawing table, we evaluate those statements, the promises, You promised us that when we bring you, you bring the Zongos. The data shows that the Zongos did not come. You promised us that when we vote for you, you will give us the North this. These are your own words. It was fine then. You can imagine if I was a candidate and I had said anywhere that because I am the candidate, we will get the Akan vote and we will get the Muslim vote, I would have been crucified. It's not possible for me to say that. But it was said. It was said then. It was not. Nobody took it out of term, out of context. Nobody accused anybody of being tribal. The statements that I made were facts that I was sharing with party people. It is only those who want to do propaganda that are out to town on it.
BRYAN ACHEAMPONG no. I say it was fact na entrobianim that he said BAWUMIA crowd was one he believes in records. The records are there, so Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA, go and check. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG say asem no obeka yero kane no nas won pese party no ase emu beche mienu nti wo de letter ba bonte say asem o kan ye na nye so point fingers at BAWUMIA na say bibi debi na wo try ya say bi on pese ntiti yemu beba ba asem na wo beka yero eye no kure ena no crash no want to me answer say BAWUMIA ni hwe wonu nanim na ka kire ne say madam fuei wo ye den ya mo boa me na me ba chese me nuanu me kremofo na wo meto aba ne dia ma me nne so ebuhwe at the end of the day no that thing didn't go well and that thing didn't pick at the end am pick yankasa nti am pick nas wo be gina bonten wo be kan anka BAWUMIA ne ba ne say aye bia kremofo aga so meto aba dia ma no BRYAN ACHEAMPONG ni bisa BAWUMIA o meto aba ne de ba woman to abandon the police stations and I she. Woman to abandon farmer into any may be just a year by Becca, or Bemana Babe Luki as he said, or being Pewa Sam Nadi. And in a share to the Biamets na video man and Macassa, I said Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA as I natural semno, when Mukakro, I said BAWUMIA, when you will be another damn Kufuado count him. One in another damn Kufuado, and a boo of mine. And your man, Koya, no way, Chawa Becatch Regana for say, Bonnet say, course you are bear Numinano, woo BAWUMIA na wunnim ho hye na ye bia se wunnim ne wumienu mpo ena epradie na me ba bonte na me beka se ade a wo ye nyina na me nim ho hye ye bia wo BAWUMIA be ye odana enya wo de. You wouldn't be happy. Into na yes, but to say, Ubeba bonte na beba na bebe luki as if say, the another dan kwa for the year one abe munino, as a wooden moshe, nano adausiani, you live you cry one more passy ye, now one fwash, yaba tuaba, one two fool me, now wouldn't moshe. Meanwhile, she yet nims so my gana ye sick as 70 a day nano, a ye woody penny and now dano. Economic management team, you were the leader in Tiafi Yadei. Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA, and now me ka bibio me say a good leader accepts criticism. Me say so a good leader or accept criticism. Inti bibi wo hono ma, we a leader, you need to accept it. No wa hye won crofo bo say, oh, e wom se me ka say, ba me nuanom na meto aba mfa ma me. Mo de me pese me san so ba biom, na me hwe kwan ya mefa so a, me ne wo mo be kasa na mama me di ayipo bia to wo mo tirim. Se de be ya wo mo be ba beto aba. Na wo BAWUMIA ne de ye kan ya na okoko wa pai, ena sisi ane de tese amafo try se wo mo de tribal debe be attack you and yes we kremani nti na yanto aba fam na so ye pe obi a wo share tribal politics asia eye wo BAWUMIA na wo sha asie ye na NPP for there wo mo fa kremani fa kremani ekwa wi eche ni yese BAWUMIA say NPP for fa kremani there ene na adoda kwakufo ado say wo asesa ne yemamu enti na ado wakwache wo BAWUMIA dia ba bra na eja kofa you vote no every northern region ba ene 5 northern regions ebushia NPP wo mu ni city ba kumpo ye ka amsema yenka 5 northern regions NPP amanyoko no seat ekome da krope wo mu ni bi We should understand say the candidate NPP Amanyoko representing in 2024 wasn't the rightful person to lead. Mina de bia metena me tufo say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a very fine gentleman. Aka nana rudan kwekufu adu wie ye no. Ose nana me bedi wechi 16 years ni. Wo kwode ya me no na ekọ. Base wo se gina say yento ne so aba na before ansa na ye ba beto aba ne nsem bia wo keka ye de fa wo man ga na yesika sem na wo ba ye na wa ma wo man ga na yesika sem na nkolisa no wo ma ga na fo buefu intini nanka wo presa yento aba fa ma na minima bakro na wo pe. And also asat now wa menemo kasai mudi mebi etum 0550623377 na mena da kasafoni ni save bra beka dia ba kopa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebra ne ye campaign no wo kan ye tese ebesi nne eda wutiri mu ntia na mbese ye to aba ma na mani wini fra ba dwumedie no so na bra beka ade ba ko a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aside ye wosisi fia ni bia na da ne de nyina no wogina stage show na wodidi asa no beka de ba ko me beka nchem so ka so oba obetwa yi levi mu na E11 wo mo anu wo de ba ye nti embeka yi levi asem na naro dan ko ekufu ado wo beba no na free senior high school eni ade anu obo hu dewro Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia legacy be na nanko wo ba bejade ato ho no after so what say oh my Ghana economy no. After sen we oh my Ghana ne policy ben pan na besi ne dey ebusua me no mo kase egusua da mutirim se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ka so oba ye obey ebi ni ho ya sorry anu ye fine gentleman and na ndidi atem and na on pen ho ase masa baby ye dru sisi ana ye fine gentleman semo ekwame de mi a was a fine gentleman. Ye miya me konwe kumia was a fine gentleman. Na ye biya me shodi anopa sa fine gentleman enu na media da na debi. Na ye nya leader bi ti se Kennedy ohene Japan. No wa kire Ghana fo se be ba me de enwuma ne de records ne da ho mebie bie. Me de better youth na me be full youth no. Yes ye mpeni ye pe fine gentleman. Fine gentleman for so be ne ebeja wo so. The same fine gentleman obey about 8 years. The same fine gentleman na NPP before motor for 16 solid years. Yade about 2024. One ma NPP before yenya 40% imporo. And only fine gentleman the finance the saying. Bawumia needs to accept he disappointed Ghanaians. He failed Ghanaians and then Ghanaians cannot give him another chance. Se NPP party se eye wo mutiri mu pose ye te party se de be ya ye betumi edi nkunim na ya ma wo manga na etu mpon I am not sure they would want to present Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia again. Se NPP amanyoko wo mu ewo wo mutiri mo mani hwade hunu ba ko a je se ehia wo mo papa ene se ye beba bedi nkunim na ye beba beje good legacy di ato honom na inchirima nyina eba benya so mfasho a trust me say ye nkofa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia emfamba ba sisi amene mo kase baby a NPP amanyoko na ba bedu no they do not care whether we win the election or we don't win the election 2024 yanti bebre. They told us say yenim pass Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na yede na eba ye wini yenim se Bawumia na yede na eba na emwaye na so still na yede na beba kro we a political party we a political party amafo join there just amafo wa resremu wo mu dabi nye we na ye hwehwe o enye we na ye hwehwe into somebody December we 2028 election na emma we meka nche na we ya just ye de neba mienu miensa masa na figure we me say mo de neba 2028 say the Ghana for beto abadi etiam no sa 38 no emu be che mienu say de bia meka amanfo frɛ amanfo kan sam kyerɛ me wo mo se nana se NPP for ye mistake no mo sa de Bawumia ba 38% no ye chemu mienu 19% e de ama Bawumia nti se enye mani hwade hunu se mo be ba power na mbe ma o man ga na etu mpon na de mo hwehwe nyina ne se ye de flag bearer beba de a ene mo fa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na embra PALGRAVE Buachi Dankwa, Nkrofo 2024. Now, Wamushu and ye friend who di BAWUMIA, Sabraya Menokase. Well, what the dance here? What the trading upon Yankopa was a papa made us what's it? Canina many fra. Now, Shrabra Metissa, maybe a friend Kennedy or in Japan. What would you not simply assure war Cassano? Sabrana and a menu should say, and say, net testimony just a PALGRAVE there by the Yasam Katua. Now, I didn't testimony there by Riano. And what Becca said, Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA, NPP for Amon dropping. Was he NPP for Amon dropping the son say, Namunim Sango devote to the Befrin Cremo for the Mwabana Amma. Amma any kwasa musa hona musa de neba no se ade ba ko no na ye ne ya ne se ase Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA we sebi mpelifo momo fanche me ase ni shu ne ban ne ye Samuel bi wo ka no kra ne de a kire na adwen ne se wo ye tribal politics was Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA ye ka no kra na kire wa shut up ka wa no tum na tie no kra no esanse won kasa wo sama wo ka ye mre bi etwem no eno na ne amafo use against so no a PALGRAVE watching, Nancy watching and would you through and watch as a one new HBO said, as a qualities of the good leader, all like it. What like it, papa. Yeah, kind of credit the one penny and some Bushia, PALGRAVE watching, what to be and Casa credits no, and call and for my channel, one TV hall, and our cottonaya just wooden in Seminano, and to Jacana Honey and Quay, not Yonkoti Emirates this year.
That is why I am with Kennedy Japan. That the variable that must be introduced into the new patriotic party as the leader of the party, okay, after the January 31st election is Kennedy Japan. He is that variable that can be able to win us an election. Because the variable that we have never presented before lost us an election in areas where we thought we would win. We thought we would win in Zogo communities. We lost. We thought we would win in Muslim communities. We lost. That's what I'm saying. The president, John Dramani Mahama, is not a Muslim. He's a Christian. He's a Northerner. He won in Muslim communities. So, in this country, we have never had religious competition. We've never had tribal competitions. And so, I don't think that that conversation should even be introduced. So, I shudder to always get surprised when I see that Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA is always saying that when you are presenting facts, it's tribal conversation. When you are presenting facts, it's religious conversation. I shudder to think that. But you have been running mate for 8 years, from 2008 to 2016. And I saw a post, and I really wish it wasn't true. I saw a post that is accredited to him that stated that when he was defending the party in 2013, the party did not say he's a Mampusi. I hope that statement is not true. But if it is, that's a very unfortunate statement. Of course,
we don't have that statement.
Yes, of course. That's what I've seen that going around. You understand? That's what I'm saying. No one ever looked at Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA's tribe. No one ever looked at his religious identity to make him the running mate and to make him the vice president or even to make him the leader. No one looked at that. That has never been a variable on the table. The variable on the table has always been a leader who can win us an election, and we had that leader who lost an election. And so if we had that leader who lost an election, why can't we present a new candidate? You understand? And this whole thing about marketability, let's look at it. I am with Kennedy. Kennedy has been a 6-term MP. And I have stated that anybody who has gone to parliament as a member of parliament is a potential leader of a political party. It's also a potential leader as president. We have seen that in this Fourth Republic. Okay, I think that there are about 2 people that have become presidents that have not gone to parliament. If my mind says me right, that should be Jerry John Rawlings and John Evans Atta Mills. Aside the 2 of them, every other person has gone through the mail. Okay, and then Jerry John Rawlings won a first-time election in 1992. And so I'm very confident that if we present a candidate who is a winnable candidate, that candidate can win a 2028 election. That goes against the fact that you should bring a candidate multiple times, because it is not the multiplicity of which you bring a candidate that makes a candidate win an election. It is the value-driven proposition that the candidate brings. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo lost the 2008 election. We went into a by-election in Tain. It was 23,000 that John Evans Atta Mills used to win the election. Nana Addo had over 47 to 48%. Then we said that because Nana Addo has performed well, we should bring him in the 2012 election. The 2012 election almost was a tie. We know that we won the election. That is why we went to Supreme Court. We were there for almost 8 months. The reason why Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo had over 1 million votes in the 2016 election was because it was being added up. But look at this. We lost about 1.7 million votes. How long do you think it's going to take us to recover?
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, where ye nipa no odi wachi o. Where ye nipa saa bre no se na nani afira tina je say you de Bawumia ndi bebia Bawumia me kai ni interview bi o grante ye was wo kai pa se de nanado dan ko akufuado esifa di Bawumia chi Bawumia fa ha na nanado try na just wo tu ne fo che de say yes say de be ya 2024 election wo ba wi ni na kwa wi echire na de nanado ye ma Bawumia nyina no Bawumia be gina ho no be ka say chia kai ya nanado dan ko akufuado udi ma mamu wa bo wan kasa and no money on the back as one no ye beto. Paragraph 6 what na se pa no adwe saade no ho a aya no di ya wona kumem ba wo tie Kennedy pa sama ho ne se eh mema no ebi didi bi echi ane ya wode de be ma ye adwuma ene ya wode ne de no say nanim se full stop no was wo hwe Kennedy o hene Japan pa de ne de gruma nkasa ejina ne na so eno nti eno no we free Bawumia echi a wa kwa join Kennedy or Japan. Was it Bawumia? You need to accept criticism. Yeah, ka fact natural wa. I was say what je fact ni tum. A son say now we ye kremoni ye mi say odin kremo for vote ne beba. E na kwa wi eche ne vote no. One famba. Inti ano ne ye ka ne ntro ne e wa hemfa. Ye ka won besu obi a e be ka bibia che say chinchina ye mfa won bra. Na no da Bawumia ni se mi ebusua. Wa ka ya wa se sisi ano. Obe se obe contest no a fa fact bra de waye no fe no ne bra no na me ye na mi bisa se ebusua mesere biso bibi ho no ma ba mi aye ni mana and ma so for mo na mi bisa bibi ho no ma Bawumia aye ajesade na waye no bra adwe ne ntiase ahwe because Bawumia be ka say if you want to contest me you bring your visions and your ideas on board me share down visions and the ideas Bawumia dia ba board e bia na mumu bi ho no ma mahu a me say won be fa comment section as dia because me am ti he dia me nya hu Bawumia ni vision ne idea bia o be ka che obi so obi person o contest na won fa the vision ne ideas no famra me say na me bia phone lines na tum 0550623377 u save di no Kumasi Online TV a me bia tu ma na ja won so wafra ba na won so de wadwenkyere no aba betudwa e dia ma mo so amuntu bi mfre no and the comment section ase no now the agyenkyere no afa hodom e dia ma me na mala mi sanso wakotena Angel TV na ebusha no so kwatena Angel TV on the ebe mu bankasa what bebu be ane webu be ebe mu ode yankasa en wo kire se wodwen ho a wonti ase enti se bi ye nya pani bia wo betu Bawumia fo aka che Bawumia so wonko no be bebi ntina de oye no ogu ne ho ani mase ana wo se na nado dan ko akufu adompo a wonye kremoni na nado dan ko akufu adokra e wo northern honom no in 2020 onya mo vote kra e che wo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say ye do jina wonom ne ye bisa pa se kaniema waye e wo northern region dia bo awunuanum kremofo nti a wo mento abanfama wa wo se bi ni ho unni bi Inti se waje ya say ye be present ubiom na de ya sabe ye na nkremofo beto aba ma nkremofo beto oso obi en hono mo beto aba ma woni na nado dan kwa gufado na ba ye mawie ko na kope bebi tan na de wo ye sisi a ne de emfa ane eyi malamisa na eken ono ye kremoni na che se ebusua se na wato de bo a watro figures na nado nya ye ne figures aba wo mi anya ye no mi hu na msi ye se de timemu for this year no ye ni esifa bede no ye ma NPP amanyo ko no mfa candidate bia magishire ye kombiom mode ne ba ye besane ane mode na ebe hye ye ko na ye wumpu a ene ye nsamo rekora na ye de betia homa na free ye kon ne ye mama hu se nipa na mode ne pese bu piapia na de ne ba na ye Bawumia no woni mu apapa bia ede magana fo yenko na yenko tie Malam Isa credit no enko enfama Angel TV yenti emrasisia
tuonye gugwa mi kan so mo pese mo ye party ni ye dia yan form for no senko mo say yan fa ya no de semla kan sama ye be kan say one I was say ye hu new faces
okay
ye hu new faces dia e be share form for dia be nkuna na offer me party o kafla wa kodi me yire na o be pa me cha wo nkwa na o ba wan fa obi an kwa me mo to nku
amawiwi kura
wakodi me yire obo anko fa
direct kura ukodwantoa
na wa say mu pam pam
chese we no kura no wo ye obi a woni da fam a ukodwantoa american kan kodwo
modi ya boni sei na do nsa beto nsa yam keke ya change mu faces a office hwan betie mu wadi mi boni sei na wa be gase me pa cha keke na okwa office be na mato aba ma enti asem ni nyina ne sei NPP be sa ye ya say o topic no just say who new faces a cockpin flag bearer so hwade bi tama omode BAWUMIA beba no me ye kremoni o me papa sai da gombani de omo factor ye pa ye dankwa do mo buzia yes and omode BAWUMIA by elections ne calculations ne hwe ko hwe asanwase the whole Ashanti region be Zongo communities do so nya asanwase constituency na do kura no ye Christian no NDC do manya 47,460 votes. I represented 57.16%. Satam that was 2020. Now dunya 35,214 and also represented 42. Now do ne mama percentage no. Mama nam 57 no. Na do nam 42. As one see Zongo. Na do ye Christian. BAWUMIA musi modern ba because of Nkremono. NDC nya 45,265 and represented 63%. First one ya 57 no. So obenya saying 63%. Mahmoud BAWUMIA oye krimonino onya 26,000.
Ana se kwase sani nyina akora se na na Kristo na sesa. Won fa zongo ni nyina akora.
Na do biti no. Ana na kra me no ka se NDC for mate haje so. Hwe kremoni so okọ zongo meme zongo ni atetem ya oba zongo ade ye hiali baba. Se wo de Mecca to na de America to wa kremoni be fa Mecca.
Say one ko haja one of the pillars
John mama what hajj so ana hajj village o say siesie no wo de no to nchen kurampa wasama nkremo for holiday ba kwa de bay aka ho enti so mu di idil fitr idil adha o mu celebrate 2 holidays and 2 fees ye code next election 2028
zongo fonde no mbeka
NDC for the Kenya 80% of zongo votes at all.
Oh yeah sure
yes because zongo for no ope o musum na anu muso ye de bay but Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud BAWUMIA spent 8 years at the Nado. He didn't know Yama Zongo for. And to Sakofani kwa Zongo, assemble no kaka. Only me pacho, yasi koponumu kofa and bra. Part me, yamu 2 alternative banana and apple. Ana u kono fa banana. Party A wa fa banana. Party B, o kwa no kofa apple. Na enni omudi apple.
Omudi de.
Enti sa di okuta banana ni koduru kwa yema. Ona de mo aneba. Ghana no Christians population CD Muslims 70 plus.
Yeah.
Muslims crowd ya kan kwa nyina nyomu dia. Abosonfo wo. Eni nkofo aka wo. Omo so omo nko bibia bi so ye de bay ewo. Nto de yemfa 30% ne kura ma de bay. Muslims are kan kuro na wo be pick leadership no one factors anyema we. Me kan kuro duru Sunday the whole Ghana hwede Ghana ye. Na Ghana ye di. Upe kokokura to area unya bi. Ba ne fie upe pia bontin na gwe. Kromo bosso, bonsam demo bosso, baby a bosso.
And so, mosque.
That is the secret.
And Christopher dominated.
Yes. And Christopher no mudi BAWUMIA chino because of my discard in Tramon can crack.
It's Christomoni now, ye imama or now unyi
David politics and one set nature won't even be nature.
Sad.
Yeah, where we are bobbed and you want to top it. And in the credit say, some people per se almost had to me, she showed money my leadership started our flag bearer. O man ko fa in Japan. No, because almost like a Muslim. Me don't answer na Ghana for the 2 Obama Muslim. Let's think another free soon. Let's think a young beer. A bro adrenaline tears, yes, so our mining who be that. And another to be obedient be opija BAWUMIA. Simple. But Nana BAWUMIA Kranam Nancy was say they voted him out because the cost of living was very high. And to want to cause that mess. Meanwhile, Nana in charge of the head of the economic team. One now the economy in Adia Bay. And our factors, baby, I was so much Jessica, dear, no kind of creature BAWUMIA.
And that one, where they crave you. When ye Christian, my back say Christian, Casa, Debbie, where ye cremoni was say, ye 2 woman for ye catching a woman say, BAWUMIA, more than neba na nyade e beto abade ama no ena na nado danko ekufu ado sumpo no wo be free abemu mpo akono me no mienu nyina ne ye nim sade na ya setena sifate entene na nyade a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na amode neba no na ebetumi aboa na sesew na asemantie se afuduro no na sesew na amukotebrim Bawumia ne de betehire Ghana fo ye kondia ene na Ghana fo so enji ntumu woso aman Ghana NPP amanyoko ne collection crown report say na nado danko ekufu ado kura wo ye Christian nimpodo wonya vote ne ye hwe Bawumia wo ye kremoni ahe en wo de baye ene no na okoka Bawumia say you are doing tribal politics we accept tribal politics. The same person who doesn't accept tribal politics was able to go to his family, his friends, and then his fellow Muslims to tell them, say, where they are Muhammad the enemy. Yademiaba. Monto aba ne mfa mame mubeto mame say boom 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 avia be yakoto de etia wona ye ka wo say ye tribal politics na de la wo ye ra e bia na dey na ya wa we tu na wo ya na e de mala mi sa de asem no waka ne nyina aye bia ye mfa apple emfa ma doe ye di kwadu ene ma doe ntini yeso obi ankofa bibi mbra na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wakofa ayi apple de abasa wo de ba be ma doe de ene ware wa apple ane wono yiri na we apple no na monkwara mkope baby ntina kremoni ni na akasa no enu ametena video ha mebo another video a enu so na ye gonja for youth gonja youth enu so wo mo woni NPP aban ne se ema monfa Bawumia ma na mo de ne ba enya de e beto aba no ena me se sa boko entokwa na e wo honom no se ye sa present Bawumia mpo 2028 a kusasi fo nto aba ne mfa ma Bawumia a fact a de da ho kusasi wo amfa kokromote no ento aba mfa ma Bawumia and the police station bi de and na 000 no de NPP amanyoko no wo mu benya pa na odike odike say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia unlucky the charisma to lead was what Bawumia ni shuni ne banya sa leader said the leader si fire no sa de ma no hu Bawumia mu anka ebra NDC for one more position na NPP wo power wo hwe said the na NDC for ebo economy na chipa na enne de ye buhua me na mo ka say NDC ewa abemu na NPP wo position na nipa na wo preach abaga na economy no want to be ma bonten embeka bibia emfa economy no ho na nipa ye san so de na ba asa so aba be ye de wo so no de wo ka NPP amayoko no sa mentality bi say ye de we ko ba ko wo nwini agese ye de na komiensa agese ye de na konan no wo say sa mentality no monton kire na baby a ye du sisi ano se mo sa de sa adwe ni hye mutirim de you people are lacking behind wo say we nya agese ye de obi komiensa ye de obi konan ba wo wie NPP 32 years ni maton Bawumia 16 solid years na cheza party ne mo ache 2 mo de half ama Bawumia e na mo de half nso mo chegu nipa be 3 or 4 so na Bawumia na mo sa de ne ba no e de be mpa e na oba be ye odikese NPP amanyoko no e ma mon try na wonu mpo no just wo ba bia na wo ka ne ma boni John Dramani Mahama eye de emwa wo man no na so Bawumia na ye economics no no ankasa mu mpo de wo mo man ga na economy ho wo mpo da yenkwe na yenkoti odike so emra sese
NPP na ore twetwe so kakra o men ka na sa ye ti atwetwe so na say ewi asebere bia wo de edeba you're Bawumia, we're a fine gentleman. But to me, or like the charisma to lead this country. So ocean in Yemedia why ne presentations and the way na cannot by now crown. I said about we buy BBI okay ma Bawumia. Who said FPP a brand not Bawumia position. The way no day presentations but out. Symposiums lectures. You must be a better. My catcher, the mama said, you might be in Koyi. My channel, you might in Koya or any year, but why? A binny bank lending rate, a binny boom of prices. I'm a sitting in a while.
There can be a better woman.
MPP, and yes, the parent, Mube repeating baby in a gun for the general tomb. Sad in a trum. So some mentality na mse muja so de Bawumia ba de animal feli because ye nim Bawumia wanye ni
nim the competence, the capabilities in the BBA. Me, where I sit, BAWUMIA or like the charisma to lead NPP or to lead Ghana.
Wow.
It is a movie.
Also, BAWUMIA lacking what?
Charisma to lead
Ghana.
Yes.
Or the NPP.
Ghana. It is a movie delegates.
No. So why do you say so? Then
the man who is number one.
Yes.
And yet, dollar and some name the man crown on the Medica. You cried there. Media two baby for now.
Yeah.
A bra or a bear flag bearer. The message I know what they magana for. Now and touch me, it doesn't resonate. So digital. Digital so and technological advancement and we are say technology day aba. Kobi atapubi. The misano ye kwa landia Ghana was manifest a computer na nearbo. Sabra na BAWUMIA mai. ATM I use key. Sabra na BAWUMIA mai. Network banking. Na BAWUMIA money na digital platform na near.
Ababa money dey send nyamai.
Me nyabo check the mechanical technological advancement. There be a debate be say car e use electric nya na sia na ba.
Yeah.
Anya na sia na ba. Sanity there be technology improve. And uko e ko bebre so a TV who say a wose o umia remote control na
Epiaba.
Technology na driving in eti the message na the buy no na ase me hu dem emu ha wo dem no to nchen a ene okoja so dem a was sorry for ko say ye tu amoka ade tin ya wo bo ni janu aba se na mi du na be na wo ba ka sema me hu se we de na wujo kuna we de na papa me oba me ni gene ho ba me kama sem se de tie BAWUMIA ni do anya ni do hwe me pese me reveal secret bi
Revealing.
BAWUMIA na ko pese ka me boa me ka sense ni ntimi nye I told
Ofrel.
Oh come
Satam say I'm
Me ba cho nyabu trema. No allow me. But BAWUMIA frel.
hwe baby aga na gina
Ofrel.
yes
And I will decline here.
me call am ka to se ntimi nye do me pepper remfo
Na paroneso.
yes so aduma no emfa
video credits no enko enfama Sompa TV odike ena yekotie ne nsɛmba ya the ending hokra no che se yade a Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA efre ne sanka wo mra mebua no bo akasa ka che the place yade a wontumi emmebua no me se enkrofo a wo mu di BAWUMIA chi no ho ebusia no kre ne ye no kre me wudi matem o ka de obeka o enhyeda nka mesa show program ye friend showdown ni di ene ne honam se ye ka no kre ne ye ntwantro the fact that I do not support the person you are supporting doesn't mean you have the edit time no kre nka be na nipa na me the chinanga samu ne kede dimpodo mudi na time how much wa mi amiti he enko bebia wate wuti odi kede se webusia wodi tuje ya wa say Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA ye de ne ba sa den economic day ekwo wi echebusia Ghana economy den no kafa ho won ka bibia emfa ho ena wona wo mu di BAWUMIA chi nso me say su biom say they know very well BAWUMIA cannot become the president of this country. They know very well say Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA ewo hwei yentumi emfa Ghana mfa nhyɛ ne nsa so wo mebu o man no ontumi nye bibi papa bi amfa mu a but as a candidate na ejina no obi ti say Kennedy wo monim se wo ka no kure wo monim se oye no nonsense man it wo mo nsem hunu bi a wo mo nyandi no ere na ama nkrofo bebre na wo mo soro nti a wo mo mpe Kennedy no ba ye ne nso na ye stand for no kure no ye ne nso na ade papa e ba fia ye nya before na ye gia ne papa tum no we are ekita 70% and BAWUMIA ekita 52% and no musa dankwa e be chire mu say the first work 52% na enchire say Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA e na LED na mmom no e ba ne general election a said na 2024 ye koto aba nipa na e pese wo to aba ne ma BAWUMIA no 2028 adrope ena BAWUMIA eye weak candidate ema ne to MP before for say anka wo mu betie onu musa dan kwampo a anka BAWUMIA wo mama ne nkope baby ntina na enne de hwe abusua me ne mo kase Dr. Razak Poku wono hwe abekasa na ne sama wo ka nyina no wo ka che politicians ne say wo mu hwe ye papa na wo ma mfa wo mu re nyina no amfa nhye eye post ya dade de nyina no aya na eba abonten no na wo wie no wo ka say NPP amanyokuo no delegates a ewo honom no wo mu tie pa say wo mu fa wo mani ntufom emfa wo ma so ntufom na wo mu nhya de abaya ye kwato ye ya kwabrade de enim gwase awe ba ye ya wo mu mpese ye bebohwe ye nhye de wo de ba yo na ye nhye say ya de agese betumi aboa wo so no nipa na NPP for de ne ba ye no ka no kura no emmoa intini so wo mbesesa wo mu nsase de a wo mu sesa wo mu nsase in fact otena eye joy news eneja wo mu friend via zoom ene ode nenum nsem nyina no etu dwa no so be hye so be ka me ho ne yakọ na yakwakoti abasisia.
The lessons that can be drawn from the data that we are just discussing is that all the aspirants should not over-rely on opinion polls. But
it is very necessary to test your popularity.
It's just a guide. It's just a guide, and it's not something that you have to rely on it and make a projection and anticipation that you are going to win. And one thing we also need to understand is that being most marketed doesn't translate to acceptability. The end results of marketing is acceptance and sales. So you can market a product for thousands of years, but if the consumers are not willing and ready to accept and buy that particular product, you'll be wasting resources in marketing that particular product. So take for instance, Riley Odinga of Kenya. How many times he has been marketed to the Kenyan people? Still, he has not been approved by the Kenyans. So let's put that accountability discussion somewhere. I think that the delegates of the New Patriotic Party should look at the data, the historical data from 1992 to 2024, and make a decision that will be in the best interest of the New Patriotic Party. And they should not rely on entrenchment theory, on assumption that we just want to make someone a president. It's about NPP getting power. It's about NPP getting a prominence and well accepted nationally. Because as you speak now, NPP is not a national political party. You can't tell me you're a national political party whereby 4 regions you have 0 representation in parliament. So the 4 regions, out of the 16 regions, NPP, you don't have a single person in parliament representing the interests of the people in those regions. You are not a serious party. Seriously, you are not a serious party. And one thing political parties need to understand is that every national election, you are presenting or sponsoring a presidential candidate to go and occupy the executive arm of government, and also sponsor parliamentary candidate to go and occupy the legislature. And the Ghanaians are represented in parliament. They are not represented in the executive arm of government. And as you speak, if you look at the data, Mills was the first sitting vice president to contest an election in this country. And Mills entered into Ghanaian politics in 1996, 4 years of marketing. But look at the performance in 2000 election. He pushed the election to runoff, regardless of the great alliance and from all the opposition parties in favor of the New Patriotic Party. It has to take a second round for the NPP to win. And what was the parliamentary results? Mills had 92 against NPP 99. The difference was 7 seats. And when you take Nana Akufo-Addo, who was not even the sitting vice president, look at the performance. He lost the election with time being the deciding effect. With how many votes? 40,586 votes. And what was the parliamentary outcome? He pulled 107 seats for the New Patriotic Party against 116 seats of the NDC. What was the difference? 9 seats. Let's take 2024. Look at the presidential margin and look at the parliamentary margin, 95 seats with 0 seats in 4 regions. And you are telling me the New Patriotic Party are not ready.
But you cannot blame one person for this. I mean,
we can't blame one person.
The performance of the party cannot be hung on the necks of just the candidate.
It's a combination of factors. But who was on the ballot? If the candidates have won, who are we going to praise?
Right, we'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much, Dr.
Samno ena Dr. Razak Poku ede atuja credits no enko enfama Joy News eja womada Roma ena yenya video ya show yede asomwe wutia wase NPP amanyokuo no ahye kai womu nye serious kra we nya political party ya wase ye so show womu show wase ye hoahoa womu sa wo political party ya 4 solid regions muni nipa ba kumpo a representable na mo sori am mo say mo ni abre o say delegate mo nkwhwe from 1992 ekwoti 2024 na mo amotena se na mo hwewi a mo hwe afia 4 years aye kwoto aba bra aye kwoto aba NPP mambo mo ho made egu Ghana fo nyina ni masema nkofo bi kura nu wo mo ho mpo so wo ye NPP fo na delegate mo fa kwoto aba na sa result ya mo nya 2024 yi enya de wo se ye hwe na eno ne ye sande kwabra ne saba biom se kwabra ne bra megina no menya 90% mfama o se NPP as a political party it is a disgrace it is a disgrace na no de bia me kam se ankrofo obudi ba omi achi da e se ya hwe wo mo wo sunu wo mo ban che se katahye ne proye na ahye wo mo tirimu ma woman is about me, I can't take bay, on to me, Cassa, on to me, and ye be and yet they never buy, so we knew, and from so Mamma Kennedy, Baba Pop, by God, the 2 bondy, and here for my Bianone, on my radio, my Ghana for, now yes, you Ghana for, ye for Cromatin, got 12 bound from Mobile, Baba, and your money, young to 2028, more than a badia, a idea just said 38, ye Chemutu, at the Mamahana ATP Atanasia, what the newspaper review no baba so me na busuya nya me di fo me the prophecy aba na nkomhye no egumu ahodro na ka me ya de asho mo ba me se da bi ATP enfa newspaper nembra wo wi a na nya me di fo ne nkomhye na wo de aba ebusuya nkomhye no enye nkomhye ne nkomhye o za nkomhye we hu me amete ye na makoma ebosei nkomhye ni mo de yankasa ATP the newspaper review no eba wi a ya de am de nyina no eba so mo ansa na maso jumedie ni so 0550623377 no be so ofre eba jumedie ni so ATP the newspaper na eba na amu no ubetimi afre na wo de wadwenche aba besom eyemetiefo ene mahwefo ATP
nana ya se wa
bibi aboko de
yesu adom na nso e
oba de na daro ma me so me hu ye papa eja na nkrata ne nseme na aba wo pensemu ma ye
okay nana ya se wa na wie ma me fa daily graphic enfa ma ye tiefo ni ahwefo nyina kwa ba enfamra ene day showdown jumedie so na no be piemo e wo daily graphic a enche bia ne hu se mampani e from my Ghana mu ase akwakọ piemo e wo ye Japan a wo na wo kwakọ hwe se de be ye nkutanudie e ye Ghana ne Japan no e be koso kama na esi ame no kasa de wasan so akwakọ piemo Singapore a es wo kwakọ hwe na bibia atimi atoto ye gama ama Ghana soso ye nkutanudie wo ye Singapore ene o my Ghana no etimi akoye pepepe ne krata daily graphic kan wasem enso e wa ha sei na ye helicopter crashes e ko crash ye mani pa wotwe e fa mu e hworo mo kwa e mo my Ghana dani butu ye ma rewo e be hye ye ma no e na me na wo kasesi ano investigation na sama for mo baba be hwe ama de course to de si ye e ma helicopter crash ni timi crash e ma se ni pa wotwe nyina e free mo no enkrofo ni nyina ye si an ya da mo nyina e dia ya ma mo 30 days a ma se bosome ba kwa ye so mo timi e hwehwem no mo de results no e de ba oh my Ghana so mo de be kire Ghana for say way ene see ye enu ti na gina so e ma helicopter crash no etimi e crash e daily graphic I can't wasem enso e wa ha sei e wo krata na emu na bepie mu ase na se yokofo e na e kase no mo sei se sia no ma che cars mako 100 a o ma famla kwan so e se aba bepie mu wo my Ghana mo do maka ne se a stolen car enti wa be wa yan se wo person wo to car bia no wo to car make sure say wo to de free ni pa the right person won ne sana so ko to bi sa de a e no mo sa so mu de dom de ye shatter the wall SM for life boss ba def no e be foforo kra so e de ama wa ne krata daily graphic can wasem ewa ha wonya bia ukomu sukwa no akenkan nyina become so de amaye me de call the dispatch na be pimo the dispatch nso so a na say Dr. BAWUMIA Mr. Degeta man in phone da ha say kama krata fe to so dumienu na nsama kan nyina ne say na no ada ne say BRYAN champon ebeka say asa de gina so NPP amanikuo no ewe ye 2024 about 38% ya de pia ka okroma say kura na enye yi no kopie mu ewo manprusi na afensu kusasi ntokwa ekoso ho ni nyina gina so bi ene ka ho a ese Dr. BAWUMIA wonya ahwehwe bebre na ewo honom we ma Dr. BAWUMIA so eba abonten ebekire mu say anya sa enete na asa amafo bebre na gina so tribal too much dodo na we na Dr. BAWUMIA esan so gina so ka se sia no mo gina ni nyina no sa wo ton ho aton ho member ka se we na gina so na NPP amanuko no report ne so no kura sem so na ja BRYAN champon so kan ne klata kan wasem wa ha wonya bia no akomu suko no akenkan ni nyina so de amaye na Eriko Poku ni foni da ha se agric minister no NPP nikuonsa ka omoburugu wonom na enye fedi agoro BRYAN man pani dada na adanko akufuado adu showbo adu gagai adu prema Jack Toronto wo fra ba mu no we se ukopie mu agric sector honom dia na se 9 billion Ghana cedis na se oja to wonom a na enye fedi agoro esi na mo pe kwan a wo mo be hwe na sa aka ne nyina mayi ne nyina ede afri wonom a dispatch kan ho asem enso ewa ha wonya bia wokomu sukwa no akenkan ne nyina bi nso ede amaye na wo ba asia senso so a Nese IGP tete yohonu ni foni da ha say kama eno se Nyankopon bo on the 2nd September say akotia by election na eba be koso no so ebe ya asundue basa ye bia menteme wase bia ni wono ma ebe sorry ewo hono montino krata kan wasem enso ewo ha say na wo ba asia say by election na ena we de wo ma history say si ye hwan NPP amanuko na o matime wini ba ko 5 ewo hono na eba na ndisa amanuko no ma Oma wini 4 since 1992 no intinesi ano we ya ye kwa akotu sendis amanuko no wini dia na so money NPP amanuko ni nyina abodrodran kasa na se 55 hai there say NPP amanuko no esoso di kunim dia na se omo so enya seat no matena so ensia enie na aven so NDs amanuko no atena so enan ye ne krata the dispatch enso kan wasema wonya bia na wakomusuko na wakenkan ni nyina kama so edi amaye me de wo kwa the overseer na be pie mo the overseer nes ato forcing na eka say na amanfo ayeyi omu nyina ede asi wonom se wo mo na ehwe na helicopter crash asese ko crash na no ada nipa wotwe ehwe mu efa mu ehwero mo nkwana ha san krofo ni nyina enfoni eda ha say kama omu free mu no mo foni eda ha say na krata eka wansem se esi na kwan na bie ede ama wo mo se esi na mo ba be hya ase no ma hwehwe na esi na ye mo 30 days just 1 month pa wo mo hwe na de si ye wo ye helicopter di ma nam so e ma ne crash ye no o matimi the results e de abra o my Ghana ma o my Ghana memu ni nyina e ni abusua ehu de nti a ejina so e ma o mo e hwero mo nkwa ya na e ne kratai e kan wasem enso e wo hase sa so e na ye Opoku ade enso ene kase efa ye akotia by election o se o by election e ba be koso Nyankopon bo 2nd September asumdie nko a menteme wase bia enu e be koso entokwa bia enu wonu me be koso nti edie ye nyina ye nhwo manim se Nyankopon bo on the 2nd September ade e bi nsi o man Ghana no Nyankopon bo 2nd September do ebi ebesi ewo ye akotia ebe ya asumdie aba ebi nsi o man Ghana mu ase a ye nyina ye twen se Nyankopon bo next week no ebeduro na eja wamodo mkokromoti pawa no akoto aba ne yidi obetimi abakwa koginem ewo ye parliament house onom either say NPP and as NDC ene krata kan wasem enso ewa ase na obesoro ase so a na se GRA Penia wadano ni foni eda say and say from January abesi ename ne wo kasi taxes so matimi ageno 47 million Ghana cedis ebetimi aboa ento ankosi se afeni kwa wie ne de na so manya bebre na enso ede free mene kratai enso so kan wasem enso ewa ha wonya bia no akomusuko no akenkan ni nyina bi kama so ede amaye medewo ekọ the business analyst na no so be pimo the business market analyst and so a nessa block an infoni ed ha say kama na bra ye man pani JD ye meko pie mo e wo Japan na wo kwa hwe ama e kutanwudi a e wo Ghana eni Japan no etimi akoso na wo kase eniema na se de enti ejina so ma ye man pani e kopie mo honom ne si anom asosidi e de ma ye si anom ma ye 100 million US dollars ya de ba be she ya Greek center ni mo a ebetimi aboa ama bibia etimi akoboko a ene kratai e kan wasem ene krara me no kase ya mampani enso so akwakopie mu e wo Singapore wo kwakosha ma bibia enso so akoye enso e wo hodom sanso na wo ba asia se ne sato forcing ni phone e da hase investigation e ba be koso e wo ye helicopter crash no e na wo de aba beto ase 30 days pepe e se results no etimi e ba bontia krata e kan wasem enso so e wa hase na wo be so ase enso so ne se man pani JDM e na krata e bo ho amane bo e wa krata fe to so e nine say wo kwakwa kopie mu e wa ye Singapore wo kwakwa ko dinem nyako 3 days e wo ho no mansana wasanso abaye o my Ghana mu ase a krata e so e kan wasem enso e wa hase sanso Nigeria e for taxes e fiti a year from January ababesi e no for 47 million Ghana cedis no and so krata eso so kan wasem enso e wa hawenya bia no akomusuko no akenkan ni nyina bi kama so e de amaye mede wo kwa the national enquirer na be pie mo the national enquirer so a na se Eric Opoku ni foni edase ase kama na ni nyina eye NPP amanukuo na ese kai so mo burugu wono ansa no so mo fura gunya no so wo eye a Greek center honom no and almost 9 billion Ghana cedis enye sika ketoa ai kratai e kan wasem enso so e wa say ya man pani ko pie mu e wo Japan yakopon aboa 100 million US dollars in isi ono omo e de e breye ya de e ba be hwe ya agriculture ni ama ya agriculture no etimi akonanim kama so e de amaye NPA boss ni foni e da say e na wo kire mu e ka say mefiti e na ekwo mo aya na mokobo de gas e ye aduane e wo fie no sa wo gas no aweda achi amenka sa wo call ya pe na wo kwa kokopenti hu na ya se wa men kopenti fa kwa na ya cheke bia kama se bibia no leakage bia eni hu ansa na watimi ayede apenti ni nyina ka ho bi ena di eja hyehye e ba ye fie mu ntino osre ada se Ghana fo wonya na sopem na wo kofere wo gas a make sure say wo be ye ni nyina pepepe ansa na wa penti ho ene kratai e ka ho asem enso wa ha wonya bia no akomusuko no akenkan nyina bi enso so ede amayem Julius Debra Symphony eda ase na ne sama wo kan nyina enso ene se Nyankopon boy so man Ghana no ye economy ne kwa na ekonanim no mafa kwan foforo so ba beboa ama ye economy no etima konanim papa ne kratai enso eka wasem enso ewa ha wonya bia no akomusuko no wakenkan nyina bi enso ede amayem mede wo kwa the informer na be pie mo the informer so akata fa etoso enai na se BRYAN ACHEAMPONG phone e da ha say ni nyina ye over the weekends in summer ese wo kwatina mpinsie so wo kan ye e fa e Dr. BAWUMIA say NPP amanuko no he de agina so ba ko pa ese NPP amanuko no ewe poto pa eye boku entokwa ekoso wo hon ma de bia da no akoda ni kotwa de bia na se emu ebri mamprusi eni kosasi ntokwa ekoso wo hon na agina so kasie bakopa ena ma NPP abanuko no e report enti e delegate and reject e Dr. BAWUMIA no mo panipa fofora obetimi aboa se de be ya man prusi na ya wokasa me ho enti biase mo ka ye yentra na enye ntro se no kwan no kura no no enye ntro ne so mo bese mo ya se asem o kan ye na se ya se be yentro na enye ntro no kuro dro se eda ho no fat eda ho no ma but NPP amanuko na nkasa no kura friend no kro mompe ene wo ma o mompe no kreka okay ena eye BRYAN ka ho asem se wono de no kra asem na ye no kra na wo kan we no kra pa no wo kan basa traba no wa nivin kwa na ye mampani dada be de che Dr. BAWUMIA ya wono ene di kan ba yi yesa na emani nyina ne kratai ka ho asem enso e wo hase the informer ya ena eye Dr. BAWUMIA kratafa toso eye miensa ni foni da hase ena o se masa we mo amu jira nyina se delegate form ko promoting ko to aba e fa ma mo Nyankopon bo 31 January 2026 no wo ye campaign ahwem na ye wo campaign wase wo ye wo campaign hweso na ye wo campaign me fa obi a me frofro obi a wo kuro ma say ma wo campaign message no me mu na wo clear he ati se ye Kumaso online TV de wi ani si me da honom na ha ma na nya clear ti se Kumaso online TV me betoto ayam pia bia e wo hase ya ene krata de informer enso e ka wansam e wo ha wonya bia krata fa to so e mienu no wo betimi akomusu ko no akenkan nyina enso e de amaye na wo ba ase ase so a ye ma pani DM ehye kokofuo nyina farmers for elsho wo bo say ade tie bia nyakopon boa na se modum kokromoti no power no koto oba de ba me pese ke me ba meto kokko obuo mama ba te ko wi akire no ye hu se na aduabo bebre na ekoso e wo social media mo ka se ye ma pani JDM ada wo mo bobo pa ne kratai e kan wasem e wo ha wonya bia no akomusu ko enso so e de amaye mame ko e daily guide obe pimo daily guide na se US omo ba be kan Ghana for home na jaisa helicopter crash wo my Ghana mu ase mare ho sembe to my Ghana na ha ese no manya ba be pie mu my Ghana mu ase ya wo mo ba be boa mo Ghana for ayi wo mo no se de be ya wo mo nyina betena ase no ma hwehwehwe ni nyina mama bibia etimi atoto de ne hu ande cropot ya ejina so ema eye helicopter crash no e crash wo my Ghana mo ase ne kratai enso so e ka WhatsApp enso e wa ha na wo ba ase so a na se tokonu ni phone e da ha se kama won do still na wo se e ma pani jeje won ti do bi aka wo se de tie bia san so fa ne bra bet e ben number ye na dwuma na ye hwe oban Ghana mo ase ya top judges say wo Ghana ha se nyina e trouble support e da matokonu say omo support ne cause de ma pani JDM o ye no ene no kwanso ano no ene kratai so kan wasem enso wa hase na kratai oba katafa toso miensa yesi ukopie mum wo northern region honom ba bia na se nkrofo bia eseja galamse kan say langard ho sense wakoto na sase a langard for enhwe mane ensini dan ya monam so amanipa ensia afa mu ahoro mo nkwa na soso no kratai enso kan wasem enso wa hase sa so na kratafa toso miensa no soso na se finance ministry enso na ka se no matima hete 1.3 million Ghana cedis e ba be boa mo my Ghana etimi etu mpon papa na krata daily guide kan wasem enso wa hase mame fa daily post fan sorry krata na nyina so na be pm daily post katafa etoso ensia na na ya se wo ko school su ICT ho ayo usunya bi na se ICT no e baba ba ye adwuma ye papa wo kroma se ne se schools no se ICT mu ba be sunya nkasa ai etu nya kratafa etoso ensia eno so e wo ho no ma beti manya bi no akenkan ni nyina bi kama so e de amai sanso na helicopter crasher e se investigation e baba koso ni ade no nyakopon bo board no ye se ye nya atia ne sa omo free US so baba ka ho na nya ba ayi to anko si nyakopon bo next month de ye be hu ade cropot ya ejina so ma sa helicopter crash no e crash wo eye ma manfo nwotwe e fa mu e hwere mo nkwa ya na eye David Ghana Nurses Association for ne ka say ensema wo be kan ye ne say eja mpanifo ede ne fa na kwan so papa ita na ya say wa mama fa daily post e fa sorry nkrata ne nyina so na fa de aka nyina e fa to aso ma ye tiefo ne ahwefo adane de nyina wo mojebre etie ye.
And some no baka say reporters na muye mobile to a hospital. I say we are reporter that this so rages and say we who ka na oka ni anyhow wo dia was so mo twa wo hospital we do one man wo so e be che but that statement ni mom dey for wankasa ye and dia sutwe bi wo hono ma
yes wo so mo ntwe na so pa
everybody ATV
nana ya say wa okay
say ba wa krata ni mo pese ni nyina mu e dia ba na no ko comment section na sia prophecy am ka asa me de be show mo no te se dia amafo ani esifo abedi a wo mo etwe prophecy ni mi ada me kan ye ade abede so adebusu abi tun sheda me to prophet me mo fan ko bra ko message as me to prophet ni sheda na nya mpa na me dia ba be so mo na ase mo se me de manu aboso nko ade me fa prophecy no e fa ngufom e fa mamo ahu okay me husa brantie bi di boot for boot oni in services in fact ko message na se nya sam ketwa wo mo se wo mo twei eye enkom hye ende abusu enkom hye no enu nie yawa prophets your friend CL Zuwonu. I stand to be corrected with the name DACL Zuwonu. Na according to no and watch let's say se NPP amanyokuo no wo mu nim ebusia o se NPP party no wo mu nim. I repeat for the third time. O se NPP party no se wo mu nim na wo mu ye list mistake na wo mu decide se wo mu present Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as their flag bearer for 2028 NPP party negu ane enkom hye no ano no. The prophet is saying say mo amuntichi no, if NPP doesn't know and they try to bring Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, our former economic messiah, and no, today he happens to be the man for digitalization. If they try any mistake and present that man 2028, the party is going to lose poto. Just say, also 2024 numpo. Enim gwasieria no ebusha wase anunisha. Just say in area, just say. Eye report NPP benya no wie ye no eno kire se emprepre ye buhua na ya se wo metie kunwa kasie yi mu ama no ye me chobre ya me de nsam hwumi ye pe wo bi a spotlight no eda ne so de kanea ne da ne so de abofo a wo mo wo wie mu ni ade anyina no wo ma ye ready se wo beje na wa tu no bepeja wo man Ghana e de afiri nko ahru mu e de ya bahan mu wo be bie Ghana fu ani wo be ma Ghana fo ye de ye ho wo be ma fa wudi aye ye de ne nipa ba ko pesa nipa no e da dan de nyina na busia metena fiduam hanum se ya me di ne ho adanse na maboni hu de ro akira manfo say he is the rightful person to lead this country. Asofofo no e de nkomhye no egu wonum na sofo isu de waka na ne nkomhye no me hu ye na se da bi ma me nkoye gba akumienu grand check bi na me hwo se de papa ne nkomhye eye ya no fo de yi bi ana se ye de se kutu se bam ni bi de buhia me koye mi fifi mu koye mi hwehwe mu ni ade no sa enkomhye ya papa de ba ye eye se kutu se bam de ni bia enye wa mu de ni bia we di asante akade enkomhye no emu ade ankasa wose akompreko Kennedy ohine Japan bema wanting to shiongu from sanfa ne tetere manfa bema wo kasa wo tumi di ne tresase ne buse so kasa so wono ne bema wose sanipa no ena chese wiemu twedi aponyankopon abofo ne ade anyina no eyi ne di amaga na fonti kame oni enko na the long awaited prophecy no yenkotie emransesia.
Because of some of the things I do say and what the Lord have led me over the months dealing with the nation and Mahama. Some of the things, when you see it, you see it, people may think that you are being political, but if the Lord reveal, I'll say it. That is me. We are not afraid of anybody. When God say it, we will say it. I see the NPP political party. I see AGYAPONG. I see BAWUMIA. Please listen carefully. Listen carefully. I see these two persons, and I see them on a field. Then a light shone. When the light was shining, it was like a hand that was holding the light. It's like a spotlight. The hand was pushing the spotlight on BAWUMIA. Then another hand is pushing it on AGYAPONG. But suddenly, please listen to this carefully. But suddenly, I saw the light in the middle of the two persons, Kennedy and BAWUMIA. And as I watched it carefully, the light began to tilt towards AGYAPONG finally, but not on BAWUMIA. Message to the NPP political party. If you repeat BAWUMIA, the disgrace will be bigger. If you repeat BAWUMIA again as your presidential candidate, the disgrace will be bigger. For me, what I see, I say. When you repeat BAWUMIA, the disgrace will be bigger. What happened in 2024-2025 election will be worse in 2028. 2028-2029. It will be worse. So NPP political party, if you don't want to experience disgraceful defeat, don't repeat BAWUMIA, because the spotlight is not on him. The spotlight is on Kennedy AGYAPONG. The spotlight is on Kennedy AGYAPONG. I pray that God will lead this party, that they will walk according to divine inspiration, not self-will, not self-will, not self-will, not self-will.
Ebusuya ya midi fo no ene yakwa akotie na ba no nti wutie ya NPP the new patriotic party nyamidi fo de nkomhye na ba wosese munim na mude BAWUMIA ba 2024 de na si ye no ehwa chese enimguase no ebe chenda we de nyamidi fo ne na eka wonyame na meka no mabeka kire bi say na ya no na on pe BAWUMIA me de me pe BAWUMIA asem me ya da BAWUMIA me check no a gentleman ne fudu kra ne kum ne se de ne kra de e ba na je se baby ewu me time BAWUMIA da bi but me hu han no se me da ya na abofo ne me be kasa o nti abofo ne me be kasa ye no wo mo kire bi se da na e me tira video manum se nga se eyi me twedi amponyankopɔ me yi BAWUMIA na me nyankopɔ me nim ho hwe ni pa me twedi amponyankopɔ me yi ne na Kennedy nti me tieti asofo nkom sha me se ene ade ne de nyankopɔ ese ne ba ne Kennedy ne ba na emra ena yanu folo wa muso si yo dabi Kennedy de so ahyedodo ye de BAWUMIA beba ba twedi abonyankopon ni difu a wode nkom hye ya be wo sese munim na mkofa BAWUMIA ba wie na mo bewe no ebe chenda ene wo bo mpa ye so e de ama NPP amanyokuo no delegate so mesira mu ye papa yen check records BAWUMIA you so believe in data yen check data from 1992 embassy 2024 your last election na yen share figures no na yen decide say your best science and o person frɛ eba dwumedie no so a 0550623377 0550623377 WhatsApp no wobetimi afrɛ na wo de wadwentwe so aba betudwa itino said ye nyankopɔ wadifu yi kan muma yen choose the rightful person obeboa yen wate e ma yen fo bi asa keke e han no e na yen fa okay obi aba homa ne so hello midini na ya se wa baby a wo hwe me free ne wudin hello mpacho temenka
nana ya good afternoon let us say
me pacho nyame ado me hu yo na nso e
nana ya metu kampa misro ma testo sa se aya ma time kakrama o listeners no for course my time kakra am kan bi akran show
okay
Kennedy wo hu misra mo mon kan chita wo ne NPP for no nko for se omunko down no munye campaign a ebeto delegate na so
okay
na me yire mu nuamo me ma me eni mu nuano mu nyina no se kana ma ye ntoaba ti council enipa mo ntoaba e ma NPP next election because BAWUMIA no o de o maken enko second enwini next election a wo de da kan nyina no o momfa ma BAWUMIA ma enko saa ono nkwanko pressa o wini so na eja no
okay
ama afen so eye onabo chimensa hwe minim se ope speaker of parliament in na we silent I don't know I can't mean sure I think eye onumpo na wo hwe a ekofado era no okoto abana ma bagmen tema na ye pe speaker no I think say ye ono de koto abana mpo e ma bagmen ai no nti e ma ade no efie makekwe ensa eye ono but oye no ho oye penny but sometimes you know kwasa odi
anoma kukune
yes oye pani ne kwase odi pani atem enye fe na unim NPP second dia ma I swear me ne me nkof na mpom di no ye nto aba some of na for bi nso ye nto aba
okay
anytime bia na me frɛ but me fra na producer fa because on fa course anytime bia me akasa me say me credit na me show o YouTube me tio o ho na ma change sa ko snipping me tio o ho na ma change ko snipping. This is kind of love where one man was human or woman, and no cre work. Oh, your bar, walk through Miss Rock, or your Juma. Say, call us Libyan Fra, Nakasa Frey, and then me say, Mefro was you could run with you. Okay, Uncle, Miss Down, one delegate in Ninko. Yate. And after the balcony say, election time was a moko tabana, one match BAWUMIA cough no boot for boot. It did on be beyond the much of my Bawa, Mr. Kennedy, one in Nancy that day, no, cause Waboka. Ye penasem, only the Mukamatem, and I'm at them, clear me, the Panasem Tabano.
Okay, Madam, I see you, Papa.
Yes, Madam, since Woody and Mr. Money delegates in Lincoln, no one I show money, many delegates you.
Okay. Yeah, ebusia wutie kwale ya wose se Kennedy ohine Japan wa ma wono ene nebusuafo wo bie nu ho no ma che so de kokromoti no ebeto aba ede ama NPP amanyoko de bia me ka me say oman na ye wo mu no ye won krofo wo mu ne nye delegate but they truly love Kennedy ohine Japan because wo mu hu bibi shunku wo papa ni mu wo mu hu ne se papa yi se de ne nisi fair day ene se de che so wo itaye businessman se de ne wo Ghana for ho adane de nyira no wo ku ede ma youth no wo ba we nya na na rede ade bia wo bedwa ne de Kennedy de oyo si ade yo ena ye nyina so ye nim se ye mana kwanya ne nko ade a BAWUMIA de ya wo de baye on the times 3 ena be ba be ka me ne de bia me kam si me wogidie se Kennedy ohine Japan a rightful person a obetimi ama NPP amanyoko no wo medi enkodem also be se wo frɛ ba djumedie ne so a 0550623377 nama no esa so e WhatsApp ofra e yade a kyese won so adwenche biara wo no ye be mu akwanya no na onso ode aba betudwa meka comment ni bia eba ye ene so ye repost no etu dwa kyese enipa so far nipa 43 ena wo mo atu aba no Dr. BAWUMIA enya 19%, sa so na BRYAN ACHEAMPONG enya 7%, Dr. Yaw Eluchum wono so enya 7%, ena Kennedy wo hene Japan akompre ko Japan wonya 67%. Comment ni bia aba no mekenkan ede ama obese ofre ba djumedie ni so akwanya no ho no mobetimi afre abaso. Okay, nti comment no me shase ede free de wo bedua no Wubecha. Hey, Osi, you are doing a great job. Thank you so much. Kwame Fianko, say Nana, stop what you are saying, please. You are going too far. Me bacho. No ni yemu dia here. Ube to me asa so achona. Me hu ensem sisi. Osi NPP amanyoko ni dia. Ya dia egu. Emilia, say good afternoon. Nana ya them the truth. Thank you so much, sister. Kennedy all the way. No Ken, no vote. Saso na ensem sisi. Osi NPP by next month unless they use their party office as a show join to not just a party there. Yeah, egu moja official. Say good afternoon. How are you and everyone doing? My greetings to you and the CEO and the staff of Kumasi Online TV. Okay, Nanaboja, I've seen you. Mi hu ankasa. Sana Semsis was say more fire. We say Kennedy Japan. Ghana's next president is Kennedy Ohine Japan. No Ken, no vote. Samo Boate or say I am fully connected. And Semsis was fully connected. Boot for boot or say charisma pa ane odikese BAWUMIA o nisa charisma no debi. Ebilia say Nanaya, please tell Kennedy to focus his campaign on how he is going to win and the delegates for me. Dear, I am waiting for Kennedy. No Ken, no vote. Sasuna Francis, also as a host, can you tell me Kusasi only a Ghanaians who vote? Sit on platform like this, you need to educate. Goat, I'm so disappointed in you, evil lady. Edi bi say they will say ya dey pussy en. Mashafo nim say metena hanum say mekano krenum. Ubetimi akọ baby a wo mo ton BAWUMIA, ubetimi akọ baby a wo mo di BAWUMIA ho adanse na ndie. Wakwa ko president ba me ni meni mfra ye na meni ye adwuma na ma adwenso ye adwuma nipa menim so ubetimi aba o man Ghana Kennedy Ohine Japan. Boot for boot. Or say pa. Hey, okay, that was when ATP, a newspaper review. No, or say I like this show. I am enjoying this show. Dr. Razak has said it all. Sasuna boot for boot. No prophecy. Okay. I think comments now. What I'm saying. I don't play the video. Oh, but unfortunately, my boy video now. And Sananaya, you are the best. Anane Christovic Anane. Or say Nana Sewa. It's be gentleman will go chop. Of course, yes. And yeah, gentleman Sam Edebusia. Ye bedi. Ye pedi. BRYAN the obeba be adwuma the obema sika so ahye Ghana for ye botomu ma enwa ene ye hwehwe metumi hu asi honam se medi Kennedy hu adanse de wo muchi wo mutaya meka na asama akwa akosi se delegate mekwa akoto aba 31st January 2026 na wo mutu aba ni wi asada na so wo ma hwe Kennedy ohine Japan nsa na wo ma kase wo no ena edi nkunim na wodi nkunim wi hwe abushia campaign no ye di amana kwa akosi 2028 atwedi aponyankopon ebe hye nanimonyam na wo ba be the next president of this country me se delegate abekwa akoji sika abekwa akoto abafon wa wunnim na ye be to emo ni TV ni ade de be ma wo se kona akoto aba ma obi a wontumi mboa na abekwa akoje no twedi aponyankopon wa ohata we oni wundi eno pani ade abushia metumi edi ejam in fact emre no ekoyie papa ha na mre mam kwai na djubedi a mede be som no mede ni nyina beba na wiye ye mo am join here from start to basis abre nyankopon hira mo nyina ye papa se da ne da nyina no mo se mada je ne mo bando ni ade nyina no ebetena ha ehwe nsema no na ya sewa mede esom mom djubedi de ye Mondays to Fridays 2 p.m. ekosi 4 p.m. but on Tuesdays and then on Thursdays the oba kukuduo for me ankasa metena sineja mede nsem no aba besom but on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays no me ma NPP ni NDC communicators ni na no akwenya ma mo be ka me ho e wo fidie ma no say na de ekoso o my Ghana no ya to adwen e de afonti nyampa e kina no e ya de ameba betena fidie ma no say na eja me di SHOWDOWN jumedie no aba besom and the NPP communicator beba NDC show de e beba hana ATP and the newspaper review no e be show mosaso and am executive producer so Mr. Daniel Yebu boot for boot I say present madam well done thank you so much me so am today Jim and jumedie be so momidi ene nana ya sa onyame adoma china exactly 2 p.m. me ba betena fidie ma no say am the Ghana ho sensem nyina so aba besomo for now ne de makram stay safe.